What's up, y'all? It's your boy Tezzy and Baby here with a brand new episode of Cortez Mac TV. This episode has been a long time coming. We done had a bit of a delay. I ain't gonna lie to y'all. It's been hard getting my content out. Life has certainly hit me hard, but I appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Hit that subscribe button below so that you can get everything I drop when it drops. No matter when it drops, you gonna already know because you're gonna be linked with me, baby. Subscribe, it's right there. Thank you. All right, so with that being said, y'all, we're gonna jump into this week's episode. I got a few news items and then we're jumping into my official interview, 5 questions with the homie Fritz. She's a dope Atlanta-based photographer, mom, content creator. I can't wait for y'all to meet her. You're gonna learn so much about her and you will love her, just like I love her. But before we get into that, let's talk about the news. So in the news this week, y'all, you know I love my Housewives. I love my reality shows, and Bravo's Real Housewives franchise is probably my favorite. Beverly Hills, with everything going on there. Of course, Atlanta, which we'll talk about in just a moment. But Potomac is popping right now. With everything that's going on this season with Potomac, y'all, newcomer Mia and Candace just as rowdy as ever. Wendy and Giselle going at it. The Grand Dame is just doing her damn thing. I love the Real Housewives of Potomac. If you haven't been watching, it is an all-black cast, just the same way that Atlanta is, but they live a different life, I think, than the Atlanta ladies do. And I think that it's cool to see that representation from a different part of the world. So Potomac, you know, the DMV area is represented real heavy. And their popularity is soaring. So high, might I say, that Nicki motherfucking Minaj, y'all, is hosting the reunion. And now this is the first Bravo reunion that is not being hosted by Andy Cohen. And he may kind of be there on the side. I don't even know, Nicki might be like a little guest feature, but the fact that she is there, something that they tweeted about that started as what I thought was a joke, Nicki's actually gonna be there, y'all. I cannot wait to see what she brings to this reunion, whose side she's gonna be on. We've already saw her kind of say that she liked the Scala, one of the friends of the Housewives this season. And so if she's already liking what a Scala bringing to the table, I feel like Nicki is gonna be Team Wendy, Team Candace at the reunion. So time will tell. I can't wait. Like, blending one of my favorite rappers with one of my favorite reality shows is just a recipe for success. I'm there. I'm already there. And one person that won't be there, unfortunately, is Cynthia Bailey Hill. I'm gonna just say Cynthia Hill. We're gonna put some respect on her married name. So Cynthia is unfortunately not coming back to the Real Housewives of Atlanta this upcoming season. Her and Portia are leaving. And Cynthia talked about this week the fact that she was actually offered a friend's contract to be, you know, like someone who didn't film every scene, didn't hold a peach, didn't have a tagline, but would still get paid to be a regular recurring character on the show. And so she said that she initially said that would have been good for her. It would have been a good transition out of her housewife role, but she decided to just go ahead and cut the cord and be all the way done. And I want to say, props to you, Cynthia. I think that was a good decision, because to see someone that has been a housewife for so many years go to being basically like a sideline character, a sideline person that's not always there, I think that's a downgrade that I don't think we would want to see Cynthia suffer. Maybe not even suffer, but it's just too drastic of a transition to see you go from being a main to a side. Especially with Marlo switching sides, I just don't know that would be a good look for Cynthia and her brand. So I think that to be consistent with who she is and how I feel like Cynthia is always someone that keeps her head held high and she's kind of always above the drama and things like that. I think it's cool to see her just go ahead and walk away from the show, with last season being her happy ending, her in the marriage and, you know, being kind of drama free. I like that for her. So I would love to see her on TV again down the line as a housewife, but not as a friend though, because I don't think that is becoming of Mrs. Hill. Last news item for the week, y'all. We got to talk about Dave Chappelle. So since the days of Richard Pryor, Eddie Murphy, Kevin Hart, I'm giving you the big people along the way, but y'all can kind of fill in the gaps. There's so many comedians that have rocked the boat and ruffled feathers and made jokes that some people would consider offensive, but they get the benefit of the doubt because they're making jokes. And a lot of times we know that it is not their true feelings, it's not their intention to be malicious, their intention is to be funny, and sometimes jokes can be off color. So Dave Chappelle, of course, is no stranger to controversy with his comedy. We know Chappelle's show from back in the day had some skits that, some people didn't like. I'm personally a fan, but right now, Dave Chappelle is dealing with potential cancellation. So we got to talk about his special, The Closer, and why people are upset. So early into his special, Dave Chappelle made a comment about the baby. And Lord, y'all already know everything that happened with the baby, talking about gay people and AIDS at his concert. It was stupid. He was stupid, and now he's facing still the repercussions of that. So Dave Chappelle made a comment saying basically how the LGBTQIA plus community does not play about being upset and being outraged and canceling people, and so they hold people accountable. So he talked about the fact that the baby killed somebody in Walmart in North Carolina. And no one is outraged about that, but he's facing cancellation for what he said about the LGBT community and the AIDS disease. Now, it's a few things that, context is everything. So a lot of people are like, you know what, Dave Chappelle is right. And in a certain way, he is right in terms of what his real message is, or what I perceive his message to be. And what I perceive his message to be is that Black people are not valued in our society, or the consequences that people face for things they do to Black people are not always felt, or not always long lasting, or it's not always a unified effort to hold those people accountable. The same way that there is when you see something like someone offending the LGBT community, they band together and there is not kind of this divide of people making exceptions or people saying it's okay. No, there's a unified effort to let this person know it's not okay. And so I don't know if he's saying that that is a bad thing. I think that he's saying that it's just funny to observe. But like I said, context is everything. The baby didn't just kill a Black man and it's okay that he did it. He killed someone in self-defense. So he was legally within his rights to do so, and that's why it's not as big of a deal. Some people don't know about it, but the people that do know that the baby killed someone in self-defense in the same way that Gucci did years ago. That's why it's not always brought up, because they weren't in the wrong. They didn't commit a crime per se. So there's that. But there's so many layers to what Dave Chappelle has said, and it's brought up kind of, I think, some of the issues with cancel culture, in that it's tough to talk about this because I have two identities, being Black and gay. You kind of struggle with where do you draw the line, or which identity do you prioritize? And so it's really, really tough. I don't want to see Dave Chappelle get canceled for something that I know he didn't mean with malicious intent. He's always been an advocate for the gay community, for the trans community, and people are now saying that he's transphobic and that he's homophobic. I would love to sit down with Dave Chappelle. So if you're watching Cortez Main TV right now, hit me up. Let's talk, Dave. I feel like we can have a good dialogue about this. I'll make you laugh. You'll make me laugh. We'll make the audience cry. It'll be a beautiful thing. Somebody forward this to Dave. Let your people call my people. I am my people, so just call me and we'll set it up. Y'all stay tuned for the question of the week. It's next. We gotta talk about Gabrielle Union. So this quote from Gabby, some of y'all gonna feel it, some of y'all not. But she said, don't take advice from anyone about anything they haven't succeeded at. What y'all think about that? Don't take advice from anyone about anything they haven't succeeded at. Really, honestly, I feel like that's some good advice though. To be for real, I feel like what she's saying is true, because if they aren't, well, you know what, hold up. Because sometimes people might give you advice because they don't want you to be like them. Maybe they failed at it and they telling you to do something because they did it. Maybe they was like, y'all get what I'm saying? Y'all get it? Like if I've messed up in my relationship and it ends, and then somebody come to me for relationship advice, I'm gonna tell them not to do what I did. That's advice, but I mean, I know what not to do, or I know what I should have done. So in that, yeah, Gabrielle Union, I disagree with you. I started off feeling you, but now I guess I disagree. Like, I saw where you was coming from, but it's situations where that just don't fit. Shout out to you though for, you know, spreading your wisdom. I think that's what celebrities should do, is kind of give people advice and be wise. I think that's what I would do if I was a celeb. Yeah. This week's guest next to me, I cannot do it justice. I'm gonna let her introduce herself. Who are you, ma'am?
So I go by on the Fritz, but my name is Fritz. I'm a photographer, and yeah, I'm just here to share myself with you guys. Yeah.
Come on, share your world, Mary J. Blige. Let's get it. So I want to ask you a few questions. The way my interviews work, you get 5 questions.
Okay.
5 questions. So we just gonna run it. You ready?
Yes.
Number 1, why photography?
Cool. Okay. So why photography? My brother and one of my closest homeboys actually inspired me to get into that field.
Okay.
My homeboy, his name is Vidat. Love him so much.
Shout out to you.
Yeah, he's one of the main reasons I'm doing what I'm doing right now. He's like an event photographer. He does like baby showers and stuff like that too. But in New York, that's where I'm from. Like, I used to like just follow behind him and just like, it's just like, you know, when you take pictures.
Mm-hmm.
I used to start taking pictures in clubs. So it's like,
okay,
when I take the pictures and then like, can I see it? It's just that excitement when I
they
actually
be like,
show them the photo. So that right there, just like, damn, I think I want to do this too. Like, and it's like, I know I had a different eye because I'm a female. So it's like, I knew what I wanted to shoot outside of them.
Mm-hmm.
So once I picked up a camera, it's like the vision just, it just oozed out my pores. Like, yeah, like so.
I love it.
And this was what, 2015 I started?
2015, and you started in New York?
Yes, I started doing like event photography, and then my mind was just, it was too big for the events, and I just wanted to create my own stuff that was boggling in my mind. So that's when I went to like portraits and actually creative direction and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, my work has definitely changed from 2015 to now, like a big change.
I like that. So question number 2, I want to ask you then, how important to you as a creative? I feel like I can predict your answer, but I don't know you like that. So how important is growth to you in your career on a scale of 1 to 10?
10.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
20, if I could break that, yeah. Growth is important because, like, I look at my growth. Like, in the beginning, I was scared to show, like, my work that I used to shoot compared to my work now. Because it's like, when I look back at it, I'm like, damn, like, but it's like, I didn't know what I know back then, but I know now. So it's like, so I wanted to hide that from people. So I'm like, you know what, no, I want people to see where I started, because I don't know who's looking at me or is inspired by me and like, damn, you know, like, she's so good, but hey, I did start from somewhere where I wasn't that good. So like, I like to see my growth, and I like to share that growth, because like I said, I don't know who's watching me. I don't know who's inspired by me. So it just makes me want to grow even more, so I could look back at old work like, wow, I'm only gonna get better. Like,
I like that.
Yeah.
All right, so we can move right into question 3 because you kind of just gave me a little bit of a segue. I don't even know if you realized it. No. So being, you know, a creative and doing something like photography, I feel like, I know it's so competitive. We're gonna talk about that in a little bit. But you brought up a word in terms of you feeling inspired. So I want to ask you, when is, and this is question 3 if y'all keeping up, when is the last time that you really, truly needed some inspiration, and what did you do to get it?
I feel like every day I need inspiration. Cause
you answered that question correct.
Yeah, every day I need inspiration because I'm not the same shooter I was yesterday that I am today. So it's like, every day I wake up, I'm a new photographer, because I know more than I did the other day. So it's like, every day I need inspiration. Like, even when I'm driving, and I'm like, especially when I'm driving, I could be driving and I just see a place I never seen before, and I'm just writing it down in my book like, yo, I gotta come here and shoot. Like, I gotta, like, yeah, so I'm inspired every day. Like, it's not just once in the blue. Every day I get some type of inspiration, even if it's from me seeing something or from somebody or anything. Like, I'm inspired every day.
Who was your first muse? This not question 4. I just thought about this.
My first muse. Oh man.
I know who your next one is, but I mean, who was the first?
my first muse out here, like since I've been living out here in Georgia.
We can
Or
go there,
just
but
in
I mean
general,
in
like-
general.
Who? I won't say I had like I don't have a specific muse. I just feel like people are my muse. Like, like I said, at first I used to shoot people in groups, party settings, but I feel like people individually are my muses. Like I can meet someone, you can be my muse. Like
I know I
you feel
can.
me? Like
Okay.
I feel like there's a
Period.
muse to everybody. Like people are my muse. Like
I like that. I like all your answers. They're also good. I like
you
that
know,
one a lot.
it's just off the top of the dome, you know. Like
Okay, come on with the freestyle. So, question 4. I want to ask you about, and y'all got to go look at her work. It's dope. Just go follow her. We're going to get through all of that too. But I want to ask you about your creative eye and what shoot really, really pushed you to your like next level. What is the shoot, most recent or past level? When is the last shoot that you kind of like leveled up on that you was like, oh, like I'm
gonna
really.
have to be my most recent.
What happened?
I think with that photo shoot, I challenged myself more to do something different, even though I wasn't really truly comfortable with it, because it was outside of my norm of editing. So the photo shoot, if you go on my page, it's a beautiful girl. Her name is Glam by O. That's my makeup artist. I shoot her a lot. She is one of my muses. She's wearing orange, and when I was, that photo shoot right there was not even planned. We was just outside, and she had on this. She had on this beautiful orange blouse on, and then there was like this little mini trailer that was just matching her tone. I'm like, yo, bro, let's shoot real quick, like. And that photo shoot came out to be my most like. Like I got good feedback, like I got a real good feedback off that shoot, and it's like, damn, I was so scared because while I was shooting her, I already knew how I wanted to edit it, and it was like, damn, should I? I'm like, damn,
yes,
that's something different, but I'm like, you know what, fuck it, I need like to show people like, listen, I can do this too, but I can really push it forward and do something out the box that y'all not even used to. So that right there, yeah. Oh man, I wish I could show it to you right now. I love that. Oh, that's my favorite. That's my favorite.
Y'all,
that's my favorite.
Go to the page. You'll find it.
At
orange.
Fritz.
Orange at Fritz.
And the caption is "Orange is the new black." So you can't miss it.
It's so perfect. Oh my God. Tell them your page now. We're going to give it to you at the end, but I want y'all to go ahead and write it down because I know y'all taking notes.
So it's F.R.I.T.Z_ Fritz.
That's why I gave it to
Fritz.
you one time now because y'all gonna need it again at the end.
Yes, please
all right?
check it out. You won't be disappointed.
I love it. Yes, you better
you.
plug it. You won't be, y'all. I promise you. I'm excited because I love a good photographer, and I feel like it's so much talent here in Atlanta. And to have met you and see what you're doing, like it excites me because you like y'all have an eye that nobody else has. Like you can look at something and it can become a moment. That's so beautiful to me.
Yes.
That's so beautiful to me.
Like I feel like my eyes on my camera first, and then it's like I go to my actual camera, like because I'm already snapshotting with my eyes. Like, yep, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that. So
It's a gift. I love that.
yeah.
Ooh, come on. Question 5. Being that, I just brought up the fact that we're here in Atlanta and there's so much talent here. What do you feel like differentiates you, or do you even feel like you need to like have that kind of mindset of this is what makes me stand out?
Yes, of course.
Oh, okay.
Of course. I don't ever want to be boxed in. Like I want to be like finding Waldo. Like I'm Waldo. You gonna have to find me. Like I'm not the rest of the people like in the bunch.
Okay.
So it's like, of course I like to stand out, and I feel like I stand out already. Like I'm from Brooklyn, so being out here in Atlanta is like once I open my mouth, it's like, oh, you from up north? I'm like, huh? Up north? I'm from Brooklyn. Like, I'm from Brooklyn. Like, but I feel like being from Brooklyn and being in the South is like my energy and just my personality, my aura is just, it attracts people to me automatically. So, and it's like, I have a big personality. I'm little, but I have a big personality. So it's like when people actually talk to me, it's like, they already like, I feel like they prejudge me and think like, oh, she's so quiet and she's so smart and that. But when I talk, it's like, damn, she just, it's like I'm powerful, like, so.
Okay, power.
Yeah.
They'll never take my power.
So,
come on, Beyonce. I love it. We just had a Beyonce moment on here. Beyonce, if you ever see this, we just shouted you out. She gonna watch one day. I just be manifesting shit in the middle of my videos.
One day, come on, Beyonce, come on.
All right, so she's told you what makes her stand out, but I want to ask you this. This is what I wanted to kind of go with what you just said. Do you feel like New York comes through in your photography, like every time? Does that part of you come through?
Yes, because outside of like my creative photography side, I do love shooting behind the scenes, and my behind the scenes is more grittier, and it's more raw, like it's not polished. So it's like when I do shoot my behind the scenes, that's when like my New York, my Brooklyn side like comes out, and you really get to know like, yeah, you see the more gritty side of Fritz, like you know.
Yes.
So yeah.
Okay. Oh, y'all gotta go check that out. I feel like you're sitting on so much content that
I am.
when the people go, they're gonna be like, wow. Because it's like you discover somebody new and then you see that you look through all of their shit and you be like, damn, I've been missing out.
Yes.
So y'all have been missing out and I need y'all to go get it right now.
Check me out.
Extra credit question right now. This is the last one.
Okay.
The real last one,
credit,
I promise.
I like it.
We like extra credit over here. So I want to ask you this. What are your short-term and long-term goals? You can give me just like one of each if you want.
It could be anything?
Yeah.
My short-term goal, I do want to get a new car, a Benz GLC 300. Yeah, that's my short-term goal. So we're trying to get that by my birthday, which is 2 months away.
Wait, okay. What? This is September, October, November. You're Scorpio?
I'm a Scorpio, yeah.
Oh.
So that's my short-term goal right there. You know, new car, you know, new whip, new age, new beginnings, whatever. So
level up. I like it.
Long-term goal, I do want to do film. Like, film is my end goal. Like, I'm inspired by Spike Lee a lot. Like, I love his screenplays. I just love how he just portrays a story, and it's like it's relatable to me, and I'm sure to a lot of people as well.
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
I really want to do film in a way that he kind of shoots. Like, that's how I'm inspired. Like, so yeah, you know, film coming soon, screenplays coming soon,
On the way.
big screen coming soon.
I'm with it. I'm with it. So we're gonna play a quick game of One Gotta Go, and then we're gonna get up out of here.
Okay.
You ready?
Yes.
You ready? So we're gonna do this with 4 famous filmmakers. All right, or four black people that are notable in the film industry. So I'm gonna give you 4, and one gotta go.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
You ready?
Yeah.
All right. I'm gonna give
Take
you.
the tough one.
I'm gonna give you Spike Lee. Spike goes in there. Okay.
Spike.
I'm gonna give you Tyler Perry.
Okay.
I'm gonna give you Lee Daniels.
Okay.
I want to give you one more, but I want to give you a good one. You got Lee Daniels. You got Spike Lee.
Let's put a female in.
You got Tyler Perry. Let's go with Shonda Rhimes.
Ooh, Shonda gotta stay. Shonda gotta stay, cause she made Grey's Anatomy. I can't do nothing. She gotta stay. I'ma say, Tyler, I love you, but
I knew it.
Tyler might have to go, cause I relate to the other filmmakers more than, you know, he's more like plays and like theatrical type of stuff. So I love him. Like, he casts a lot of black folks. I love you for that. But yeah, Tyler gonna have to go.
Dang, Madea. I'm in, Tyler. I'm in.
You said it right the first time. Damn, dude. Madea gotta go.
And with that, y'all, we gotta go. Stay tuned for Who Won the Week. It's up next. One more time, how can the people find you?
On the Fritz. Follow me on Instagram, f.r.i.t.z_ on the Fritz.
You won't be sorry. She already told you. You've been missing out, and the wait stops here. Stay tuned. All right, y'all. Before we get up out of here, we got to wrap it up with Who Won the Week. And so this week is an easy choice. It's always an easy choice. I say that every single week. Y'all send me new things to say as I wrap up my show. So Who Won the Week this week? No brainer, y'all. Taraji P. Henson gets the award. And the reason why is because she's showing us how to diversify the bag, how to flip the coin. And so she is coming out with an EP. She's an actress, she's a book writer, or an author, not a book writer, a host, so many other things. And now Taraji's about to add artists to that label. So she has more details about the EP coming, but she told Robin Roberts on Good Morning America that she is dropping the EP of some feel-good music. She's a feel-good personality. Like, every time I see Taraji on screen, every time she does something, I feel good. Unless it's a sad movie where she's supposed to make me sad. But she's awesome. I can't wait to see her do this. And I love to see the fact that she is not ever content to be just one thing or to let herself get boxed in. I think that's big for a lot of creatives, because when you find that you're good at one thing or you find your niche, sometimes you can be blind to the other things that you're good at. So for her, doing everything that she's interested in and feeding all her passions, I'm all about it. I'm doing the same shit, Raji. So shout out to her. Shout out to y'all. Thank y'all for joining me this week for Cortez Mac TV. I will see you next week with a brand new interview with professional wrestler extraordinaire AC Mac. He is putting it down and representing on the independent scene. Before he makes it big, y'all gotta stop in and get to know him. So that's next week, 5 questions with him. Y'all subscribe. Again, I just said it, but subscribe, because you listening and you ain't did it. The button is right there. You can also follow me on Instagram at Cortez Mac TV for regular content. Thank y'all for joining, and I will see y'all next time. Let's go.